So this is what food from Fontaine is like. We have an Inazuma.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew. A lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costumed...
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ai...
Oh?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take...
Then, is there a way we...
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently...
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just...
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for... Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have...
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the...
I understand, but having you two...
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal culture. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in...
All right. I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor. Me too, even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip.
You are too kind, all of you.
Ew. All right, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with film.
Oh, but how can...
All right, pull yourself together.
All right. Let me think. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics...
The clapper loader is responsible...
A clapperboard? Oh, you mean the...
Yes, that's right.
For sure!
All right.
Oh, fine by me.
Oh, he's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many...
Yes, that's all.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey.
What do you say, traveler? Are you interested in the job? Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
So, all that's left for us to find...
Oh, me. I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to...
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors...
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not...
Farina? Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with...
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already...
Yep, that's her! She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's...
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you...
Fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything. Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to...
Do you need us to also come up?
No, there's no... Just leave this task to me.
Very well.
I'll go with you.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some...
All right, then I'll...
A gift for someone who is once seen as...
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clock...
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too...
Isn't the Fontinalia festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a... I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy...
Alright then, look!
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her...
You're right. We need to...
Huh? You want something even sweeter?
Yes, we'll need a gift that...
Well, what could that...
Witness my magnificence!
We're here! This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Coming. Seriously, who's not...
Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you?
I'm...
The one from Chioria Boutique. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know. Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in?
This is a small gift we've prepared for...
No need to be a person like everyone else.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your... Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director...
Oh, but didn't you just...
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that you're...
Are the traveler and Paimon
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the
camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've...
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler. If he can satisfy you with his camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team.
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see... Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's... Are you ready? I have high standards, you know. Okay, grab the camera and I'll... Oh, it appears that you have more. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our...
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and agreed to work with you so...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal?
Well...
Huh?
You know how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay...
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervylat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your...
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight finance...
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that...
Oh, our script is an...
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a
Oh, so for...
Of course I read it! I've always had a keen interest in... I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used...
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film at it.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand...
So, are you a big fan of...
Well, it's all right. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could... Ahem! Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much...
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't...
Good! Then I'm free to all...
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. Let's see...
So...
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and...
Oh, Hydro Archon above!
There's no more Hydro Archon. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already... And, by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who...
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping...
Me? If this was before. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the special...
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. Like...
They would be under Nervylet's jurisdiction. So...
No need to go to all that trouble.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you...
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is because...
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that.
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol...
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time...
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow.
No problem.
having for...
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing...
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own...
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Then let's get going. I happen...
By the way, I'm curious.
If my pay is so low, then what—
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film?
I already knew Xavier from before.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me.
All right, this is the place.
But where?
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working.
working. But isn't she?
Just trust me.
Oh! Chiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has...
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up?
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down...
Which is exactly why I'm...
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice. Halt! Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer...
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easy. I am Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time, and before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think of—
all right, but... Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you...
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
What's going on here? 1 second you're reading a book and the next.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming... maybe I can let you in on what's happening. Now that Vache has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last...
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guy! Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves.
Hey, I'm Chevras. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so...
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I would...
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevras. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevras...
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't...
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping... Enough about that, though. What did you want to...
Oh, you see, it...
The Two Musketeers. So what do you need me to do? Just...
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be—
No need to say any more.
Huh? Just like that?
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble—
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got to do.
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take. Still, I should also head back now.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer. He'd better.
So what did you want to tell?
Have you read The Two Musketeers? The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid. One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's. However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no— Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found. The baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron.
That's quite an exhilarating.
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was—
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our—
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh.
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or— You've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions. Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar— There's been a recent murder case involving muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described.
Huh. Really? But Paimon didn't—
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public, because the investigation is currently—
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, however— Well,
Huh?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether— I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that— Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the I don't want people to see muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes.
You mean they might be connected?
I suspect— Just to make myself clear, this is not an order. If you two have any interest—
What do you think, Traveler? Yeah,
You'd better head back and get some rest. Otherwise—
Investing too much emotion puts your...
It's finally time to meet up with everyone! Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night. If Paimon remembers... Ayaka! Yoimiya! You're...
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillet at the Palais. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around, so I rode the aqua bus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house and—
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there! 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together! You've already seen them, right? Yeah, those two!
We sat and watched for—
Oh, it was the same...
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach! Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. Losing my grip.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the
Yeah, and there were so many, like those fish that...
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beast!
I just love the name Blubber Beast.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aqua bus back to the
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together.
Speaking of the film...
My brother and Xavier... As for the others, we're here.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the special patrol.
I'm so tired.
I heard— Good morning, everyone.
Boarding. Can someone fetch me a...
Sure. I'd be happy—
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing...
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina.
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need...
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be...
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine, after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to... I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for...
Here's your coffee, Director.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director, and the...
It seems everyone is
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second...
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his... Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the...
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new member. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and this is Bono, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to...
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real...
First of all, Please allow me to first express my When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer, this is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as... So, without further ado, you may take it from here, Director Farid.
All right. Listen up. The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really
Is everyone all right? Cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make... not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before.
No talking. I'm thinking about how
Ah, yes. To help...
to achieve a more young and...
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are...
You just have too much of a...
You sure don't mince your words.
Quiet.
How about here?
A little more to...
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a...
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a... I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right?
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon?
Well, sure, there's that. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack. Oh, I see. It's amazing to see them.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there to...
Oh, I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond.
So, this is a real
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportion. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and...
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects...
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to... However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been...
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of fire...
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and...
Yes, this way, our weapons will never betray...
Yes, well said. It's...
Oh, sounds like they found...
Though these props differ from...
Good. I look forward...
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay,
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I
believe it would be most
Well, if you insist. Miss Ayaka!
Huh? What's going on? Are we...
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But, brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between us. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides...
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers... The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character. But this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified person...
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take...
Good. It's decided. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to... I have a feeling that our...
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything,
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, let's go, Miss Chevres.
I look... Please, just call me Chevres.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem of...
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire...
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10
Perhaps. Ayaka, but I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would...
All right, go on.
Ayato! It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you...
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yes.
Traveler, get the camera ready!
Go on now.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you.
All right. Now that we're all... The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by... Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main Silence on the set! Lights! Camera! Action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for...
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she...
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and...
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises?
But I didn't notice them this...
Then perhaps... By the way, did you have fun playing? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, they even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names.
Shh!
It's all right. It doesn't matter what anyone says. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your... Maybe your time to block. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin...
And... Not bad. The actor's emotion. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time...
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little...
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like for...
You two were great.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! This scene is when our two characters return home, only to...
Mother, we're back. Mother? What's wrong?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? Mother!
Huh? There's poison in this cup.
Huh?
Those are risks. Iris.
Leave? But now that...
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, we can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you.
And beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I to... Pipe down, everyone!
Huh? Are we... How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp. Anyway, do you?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun. You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the...
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always, and on each of the victims, they'd place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes.
Oh, that does... Especially after seeing the... What kind of a... what do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf... There's no time to...
Huh?
The most valuable intel... Oh, that's how one of my favorite books...
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components.
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello.
Special components? Sorry.
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for
Huh? For fire?
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of...
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular...
Is that so?
You're welcome. It's the least...
Oh, hey, Chevris. Run out of oil for your
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently.
Oh, is this another case? I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival.
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new...
Then has anybody come specifically
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to...
I understand.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers...
Seems like we haven't found any...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Huh? Are you sure? People might not...
You think so, huh?
Huh?
That I grew up in Fleuve Sandra.
People here
if you want to outrun the law,
I guess I'm finally on the right path. I really need those parts. What's taking him so long?
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods.
You're still as helpful. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it.
This is Fleuve Sandra, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make... But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Sandra, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he's here...
So, who was the one who...
don't bother. Even if you asked, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of...
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Chevris. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't...
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here.
I'll come and go as I please, and I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
The people here really need to get more sunlight.
Hello. I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest any.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Seems you're different from the other guards. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know...
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell if someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere. It's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember.
Is it that you don't remember, or...
You tell me.
Then please, think about...
She's giving her even more Mora!
The noises came from the end of the Southern Waterway. I came out and that's all I know.
All right.
Thanks for the
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk. My apologies, I'm all out of sweets. Though I do have some other tempting snacks in my custody. Fries, fried chicken, and even onion rings. But taking care of junk food is my responsibility. You're better off sticking to your normal, nutritious diet. Now then, let's keep going.
The people here really...
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a... Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up. These... In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were...
Could it have been the...
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendre own guns. Anyway, let... Seems like that's all we'll be...
Paimon feels like we managed...
Yes. Assume a month ago. In the following weeks, then a few...
That all makes sense.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve... Yeah. If we are indeed... He was no saint, but what message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly? We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff...
Okay, so he had...
Not only that, he has a family of his own, and both of his parents... In the story, more importantly...
Then...
Investigations take How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the
Wait, but...
But the book...
Oh?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the...
If you want to outrun the law, you need to...
It's filming time again! Our schedule is jam-packed for the next couple of days. Anyway, let's head out and meet up with the others. Huh?
Good work, everyone! We're looking to wrap with our two main ladies today. I can already smell our success.
What do you mean, looking to rap? Oh, aren't you the
This upcoming scene is the two musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. Anyway, get ready. Lights, camera, action!
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night 10 years ago. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of—
Enough, villain! It's time that you pay for the death of our—
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How—
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother. In this world, Mora and status is everything. She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition.
Mother never asked a single thing of you.
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice. Compared to that deadly poison, the two bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy.
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. Did you really think too much? So let's see. What is stronger? Mora and power, or the— Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris.
Stop right there.
And Mother will be watching over us, too.
I can see him. Yeah!
You've lost.
To think I'd lose to my own two kids.
We are no children of yours.
Then tell me, you lost your mother and will soon kill your father as well?
We will gain. It's over.
So,
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you?
I want to go visit Mother's grave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look,
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect the scene to go so well. All right, everyone.
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chevrolet!
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly.
Paimon totally. You were great too, Chevrolet.
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book.
Whoa.
Who doesn't like story?
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just...
It's okay. Don't worry about us.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already? I was just...
It seemed like some urgent official business.
Then perhaps we should thank the stars that we were able to wrap both of your parts so quickly today. Switching around the filming schedule would have been a real pain. Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. You can go home and get some rest. And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always. Are you sure you won't consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this.
Thank you for your kind words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many matters that I have to take care of back home at the Yashiro Commission. I cannot remain in Fontaine to pursue an acting career. Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible...
Oh, that's a shame. But I understand. Just let me know if you ever change your mind.
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. Even though my part's wrapped. See you tomorrow, Traveler.
Yep, see you tomorrow! Well, what should we do next?
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Huh?
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of...
Wanna come over for tea?
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this far after a full day of filming. So, Chevrolet, why did you take us here?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should... Have you ever heard...
Oh, you mean that famous perfumer?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several... After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably...
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare...
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose.
Flowers that are We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever...
Precisely. It's...
But didn't you say he...
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was... However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never... Whatever the case.
So
Yes, we're going to pay.
Go! Phew! Ha! Ja!
That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stations.
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired...
Huh. So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but...
Right. Which is exactly why I think there has to be a
So...
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care...
But they're so far...
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain. All clear. Let's go.
Wait!
I'll go knock on the door.
But can't we...
We still have no... Still. It would be appreciated.
Sure, no problem.
Excuse me. Mr. Baptiste, are you home?
Who could it be at this hour? Oh, it's...
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some...
Oh, is it...
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Miss...
Miss Chavras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh!
By saving me the trouble...
I will confess.
Huh?
He just...
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking...
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything...
Yes.
I must say.
Oh? Is it because I confessed?
Both, I suppose.
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I did it to exact revenge. I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters alone. But that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque—
Your mother is still healthy and—
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his—
So, your novel...
No, of course not. It was a work, but I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part was 100% real.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin. An irredeemable beast who's—
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your—
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the—
I'm simply skeptical about your motives.
It's simple, really. I've grown— You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out—
So you're going to call a stop to your—
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I?
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the—
Well—
Sure. Why don't we speak—
No, it has to be here. When I said won't be overheard, I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Thanks. I appreciate—
Please stay...
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to tell me.
Fair enough.
So that's—
So,
Do you want me to go public with this?
no, of course not.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, it's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, But do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him? I bet he could lead an extremely comfortable life in the
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. You'll pull the trigger of justice against him.
You want me to let you go so you may complete your—
No, Officer Shavras. I know that— No.
Oh, Shiva sure is taking her time. Oh, Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her? Oh, still, do you have any idea who the rich person might be?
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket.
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name of—
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return. I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days.
All right,
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
We haven't seen Chevra since that night at Baptiste's place. Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking about you.
Is Chevra still not...
Probably.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the...
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and... We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it...
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film.
To be fair,
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity had
sunk to an all-time low?
spread to the four corners of Tibet.
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's an...
I've been talking
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own...
Yes. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please, the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered.
Oh, well,
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame. The good news is that we're almost done filming now. And I would even...
Is that so?
All right, now that we've gotten all... We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve... Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be...
That's right.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots.
Yep, we'll be...
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera slow. Try to focus on that. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter? Huh? Veronique, can we try a different...
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Don't tell me. This one is broken too. Veronique, do we have any other... What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away. Oh, and you too, Bono. Go
on it.
Greetings. My apologies for the delay.
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start...
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfect.
Well, no time to dwell. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places have...
By the way, have you heard about that?
Yes, I have.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this...
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
Oh, wait, well, what did you say?
Mr. Bono, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too.
No, Yoimiya, you have... Oh... Okay, listen up. Everyone who's... Unbelievable. How could all...
We're back.
How did it go? Did you find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh? In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
We discovered it just in time.
I really don't want to...
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Could it be...
But if they wanted to harass us, what...
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's
finish it.
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming!
Paimon is spent.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you.
All right, let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud and fun that even the blubber beast will want in.
Party! Party! Paimon wants to party! Whoa! This place is hopping! Everyone's finally... Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smooth.
Ayato told me, so the next time we...
Oh, that's great! Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yai Miko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business. You've got to...
The cultural exchange won't only feature...
What?
When the time comes,
Farina!
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You've both worked really hard.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the... Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you've yelled...
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful than your dreams? We've been through so much...
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the...
Anyway, what's most important is that we've wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that will take first. Hey, no need to mention the official...
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get...
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier...
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
I'm going back to my dessert now.
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social...
Not particularly. But this is still But
if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come...
Yes, that's highly likely.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all are bad...
But why today of all days? No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You haven't...
Well, you could say that.
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late-night person, so I might take...
Oh, no! Silly me.
What is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but...
Fireworks, you say? Well, that's,
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't...
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't pretty, please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're...
but...
It's okay, just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
All right.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there. Wouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me. It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Huh?
Hmm? You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
Wait, what's going on?
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from
Drop your weapon. This is my...
What is...
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? But this last part is all it...
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you...
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until... Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us.
On it!
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back. You have no chance of winning in court.
All right. I hired an assassin to murder Elise. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of Mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of them. But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was...
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill...
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be...
No. You always had a choice.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this...
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the musket...
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also...
I figured as much. I once told these 2 that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also... I think what really tipped me off was... He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met. But he didn't say a single word about you. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard. Put it in... He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched... Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation. Besides,
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's that so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to a
human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just—
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential. Furthermore, being the props manager, with that hypothesis in mind—
My brother.
As in, he trusted me to perform the—
He trusted you to stand on the side.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told— You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a— I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless—
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really—
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this— Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated, but everyone has their own understanding of justice. Today, the world cannot render— Fontaine is— But with all that said—
Chevreuse, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been—
Chevreuse.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew. Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life.
Who would have thought Morris—
I'm just glad that you're all safe and—
Well, what—
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even—
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people—
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script.
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot it.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what— just like the real world.
Sounds good to me.
What about Veronique?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother, if I had to guess.
Oh, you mean that?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right. Then the matter's settled. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other. You should join us.
All right.
Then I'll wait for you over there.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on. Thank you very— Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have an— Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes? Is that so? When I was young, he told me that—
Oh?
Because the moment one winter, I cried. And
That sounds—
when he saw that I wouldn't— the bone-chilling I waited for my— I used all of— I've never felt afraid about any—
That way of teaching—
Yeah, I don't think that was the— It's just that working now as I am in the pursuit of justice.
Chevreuse.
But the worse I feel— Anyway, how about a race?
You guys go ahead! Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the—
Whoa, that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevres. So, about the special...
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is... Come on, let's... To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance. Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh. You're right.
He...
Huh? Wait. The rainbow roses in the...
Xavier, it's been...
Hey there, you two.
The award ceremony is today, right? Paimon...
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Farina! Oh, Paimon didn't know you were...
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time. Xavier.
What? But we don't even know if we're going to win. I wouldn't want to jinx our...
Just open your eyes. Surely you've seen the audio. You've also had conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number? With the mora you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
But that's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality, so I can't be the only one asked to come up with a name.
Well, give it some thought. I'm sure the crew...
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the fortress?
Huh? But shouldn't we...
I wanted to ask you two to invite Chevres to join us at the ceremony. I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally. According to the papers, the culprits of the musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the special...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yep, just wait here, Xavier.
All right, then I'll...
This is as far as I'll be taking them.
Got another errand to run?
Something like that.
Now that's something you don't hear every...
No, it's just a...
Chevras! Risley!
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a while since I last had so...
Call it the festival spirit.
Yeah, you could say that. Even our head nurse has gotten herself all worked up preparing super deluxe...
Were you talking about work just now?
We've already finished discussing. But you all... Here, help. While another two people...
Speaking of hero...
You're here to invite me to the party.
Ooh, then let's head back right away! See you, Risley! Happy fun to...
And the same to you.
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontinalia Film Festival is... The Two Musketeers!
We won! We really won!
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
We won? I can't believe it!
See? My takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry.
Now, please welcome to the stage the producer of the...
Thank you. Thank you all so much for your recognition and support. While I'm up here...
Time really flies, huh?
It certainly feels that way. It feels like...
Will you come back to Fontaine?
Of course. I'm very fond of this city. But how about you?
I can't say the thought has crossed my mind before, but I'd be willing...
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit. It would be wonderful if you could visit my home.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
Did you accomplish all you came here for?
Yes. And you should visit Inazuma again sometime.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing...
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yes, and the war has also been brought to an end.
I quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire cast and crew. Without you, I would have never completed. With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures!
Ho-ho! That has a really nice ring to it.
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking...
Director Farina, I believe you are the...
Huh? No. There's...
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes, I agree.
Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1...
Musketeer Pictures!
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song!
Stabilize! Order guide you!
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Ha! Ha!
Oh! Someone help me!
Solidify! I will have order!
May I present? Let the world come alive!
Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! Ka! Ha! Ha! Ha!
How brilliant! Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered.
This realm if you ever have it. This realm If you ever have it,